So yesterday I did a review about Rising Phoenix. I had a limited amount of time to even watch it, which I thought I had time, but my kids were calling me left and right. And right after I did a quick review about it. You will hear in the review that there's some names I forgot, certain things I forgot. But one thing that stuck with me is the French athlete. What's his name? Jean-Baptiste. Here's a quick little background of him. Jean-Baptiste is a French athlete with an amputated tibia who specializes in sprint and long jump. He represented France at the 2016 Paralympic Games. He was born May 1991. He's 29 years old in Burundi. That's somewhere in Africa, I believe. Okay? So that's a quick little background of him, but I'm going to go more deeper into his background. So when I was watching the Netflix thing, a lot of things came to mind. I was writing some notes and things like that. And there's a part on the review that I was doing, and I just couldn't pinpoint what I knew what I wanted to say, but I just didn't know how to put it together. But I'm just going to show you a contrast between what is being said. And I already did a video for today. It's, did I upload it already? It's uploading. And then right now what's going on, there's a quick video I did while I was camping and I was talking, and I already edited. I got up like 3 o'clock, so I had limited amount of time to do all of this. So some of these you're gonna see. But I'm gonna read the Newsweek article about Prince William that is blasted for taking Prince George VII on a harmful hunt. And I'm gonna plug this story. I didn't read it yet. I'm gonna read it as I'm showing you. And Jean-Baptiste story of the Paralympic. This is hopefully my words come out correctly. So I'm gonna go here, and I already sort of talk about this. Prince William's going hunting. It's the video should be come out in a few later today, because I did say something like when in the U.S. when people go hunting, they usually said that they hunt for food. Whatever they hunt, they're gonna eat it. So they don't just hunt for fun. Even though there are a lot of Americans who go outside of the U.S. to do crazy stuff for fun and stuff like that, and you see what's going on in the news too. But when I saw that, I sort of brushed it off a little bit with the Prince William things. But after thinking about it, knowing that he took Prince George with him, and how do I close this thing? And the people are upset about it, I can understand why they are upset about it. Because what I was trying to say yesterday, and I'm going to show you, I already put that thing, there's something I commented on Hugo's channel, which I also mentioned it on the video that I was doing this morning. Damn it, why this is saying to subscribe? I want this to be at, okay, there it is. And I said how long it will take to get a generation to be stupid or something like that. So I'm putting all of this together, from the Rising Phoenix to what Prince William have done, and how it sort of match, how it makes sense, why the people are upset. And with the Rising Phoenix and everything, with that specific athlete, Jean-Baptiste. Okay, so let me read this one, Newsweek. Okay, so Prince William blasted for taking Prince George VII on a harmful hunt. Okay, like I said, people hunt for different reasons. Some people hunt for fun as a sport. Some people hunt for food. So people who hunt for food, I don't mind it. You know, if you're hungry, you have to eat. That's the way of life. But if you're hunting for fun, killing the animals, and you're wasting the meat of the animal, then I could understand why the people are upset. Peter are upset about it. Okay, so Prince William may have harmed Prince George's psyche by taking him on a goose shoot age just 7. Animal rights charity Peta claims. The Duke of Cambridge took his oldest son along to witness a hunt near Balmoral, Queen Elizabeth II's Scottish estate, the Daily Mail reported. There is no suggestion the young prince, third in line to the throne, took part in the shooting. Get you? Okay. However, the move triggered an angry response, with Peter suggesting may give George nightmare. Okay, that. Okay, I don't know. I don't know what goes in the mind. The mind is very strange. You just never know what goes in the mind. I'm not gonna dispute it. I'm not gonna say anything about it. But it's like, how do you know? you know? So the charity posted on Twitter to help him grow into a responsible, compassionate leader. His parents must teach him respect for all living beings. That part, I believe I even mentioned on the video about empathy and stuff like that. So this is getting to my point of what I was trying to say yesterday on my review for the Rising Phoenix. All right, Peter director Mimi Bekashi told the Daily Mail, and I think, okay, there's more. Okay, very few people these days view shooting for sports as anything other than a violent perversion that hunts and kills beautiful birds or are minding their own business. Okay, for a child to be compelled to witness such casual killing, and by a parent who looks up to no less, is potential as harmful to his or her psyche as it is to the bird's very life. This is exactly the point I was trying to make yesterday. You will see why later after I read the French athlete ones. Okay? All right. So I could understand where Peter's coming with this aspect of it. And what is it? When we were camping, my youngest, he's been wanting animals for a very long time. We live in an apartment. There's no way I'm going to get a dog, specifically a dog. But a cat, I had a cat before, and I got allergic to it, and I gave it away. And the dog, will piss and poop any place without controlling. So this, I do not want it in my apartment. But I would love to get the kids a dog to learn how to take care of animals. That's the only reason I want it. But because of our situation, we live in an apartment, I don't want that. It's more work for me. But when we went camping, there are little insects that's minding their own business. The little guy wants to kill them. So we had to teach him and said, look, they're not bothering you. It's not a mosquito that's on your skin, sucking your blood to kill it. You need to be a little bit compassion. So we're teaching him that as well. All right. So William works with conservation charity, including United for Wildlife, and during a 2019 speech for the organization describes animal trafficking as an evil crime. So they're taking his word, saying this is a crime you're doing right there. He has been criticized before for hypocrisy after going hunting the day before making a plea to end the illegal wildlife trade in 2014. I don't think these people think before they do things. They don't plan out things, It's the same way I've mentioned in other videos. It's like they're just throwing things out. Any news or any, stupid things, they're just throwing it out without even thinking, and later when people throw it back on their face, they think it's foul play. So that's one of them. At the time, he joined Prince Harry to shoot deer and wild boar in Spain before going on to say he had that year became Spain before going on to say he had that year before even more devoted to protecting the resources of the earth. In BBC footage, he added, it is shocking that future generations may know a world without these magnificent animals. Yeah, they don't think when they're doing, or they forgot what they said. Or this is the thing is, if you don't believe what you're saying, or you're just reading things that someone else write, there's no way you're going to process it to understand what they're trying to say. If it comes from the heart, this is why sometimes you see Meghan don't even need to write a speech, because if she feels what she's talking about, she knows what she's gonna say. She doesn't need a paper. She just say what's in her heart and spit it out. And you could ask her any point in her life about certain things she had said, she will say yeah, she could back it up because she knows it came from the heart, so she will remember what she said. So when people's writing speeches for you, you're just reading someone else's words or belief or what they want people to hear or what people want to hear. They're just spitting it out to them. So that's one of those things. Okay, so William and Harry, did I read the Cambridges visit the Queen last week in Scotland with Princess Charlotte and Prince Louis also present, though not on the shoot. William and Harry have a long history of hunting in Britain and Europe, and the tradition runs in the family. Yeah, there's pictures of Harry doing it. So if you don't teach, if you don't teach them things, they're not gonna know, you know. So I think since Harry met Meghan, and Meghan probably explained to him why certain things, then he will understand. You will like, oh, I didn't think of it that way. You know, you could blame someone as much as you want for repeating the same thing, but if you don't tell them why certain things is no good, why you should not be doing this, and hopefully they understand your point of view, then they will make the right decision for next time not to do it again. Like for kids, when you're raising kids, you don't just tell kids, don't do this, don't do this. Okay? Don't do it because this is going to happen. Something like that, you know? All right, so that's the thing with Prince William and his kids. Not kids, with George. Is it George? The first one, the third in line. So if you're teaching him about hunting, and then you're saying you have to respect animal, but yet you're going hunting, unless if you teach him to hunt for his food, this I truly believe that if you hunt for food, it's understandable. But if you're hunting for sports, you kill the animal and just leave it there, that's a waste of life. You should not do that. That's the part I don't understand. I don't agree with. Hunting for food to feed your family, yes. Hunting for sport, for fun, no. Okay, so I'm going to put the comment that I said on Hugo's channel. I'm not gonna read it. I'm gonna put it, and then you could pause the video, and then you could read it. All right. So there it is right now. All right. So now I'm gonna go to the link about the Rising Phoenix and the athlete that I'm talking about. So there's a quick, let me see, how long is this? Okay, it's a little bit long. I didn't read it yet, but it just talks about, I was looking for this guy, Jean-Baptiste. You see, I even highlighted. I was looking for him. I know he was French, and I knew he was born in in Africa. I don't know which part of Africa. Okay, there are I know Africa is a continent before you guys come and blast at me, but I don't know which part of Africa, which country in Africa. So when I saw this sort of quick review about the Rising Phoenix thing, so let's see, Rising Phoenix filmmaker, we wanted to tackle it like a superhero movie. The new Netflix documentary Rising Phoenix tells the story of Paralympics. Its makers tell Laura Harding why they wanted to be different. I really suggest you guys to watch it. It's very inspiring. You see the obstacles, life obstacles those people went through, the challenges they face with other human beings, their peers, and they try to stop them, or I would say stop or prevent them from show their full potential. Usually, like sports is a way to challenge people, to make people come out of their comfort zone. Like in the Rising Phoenix, was it him? I'm not sure. One of the athletes they feature in the thing, where when he was a kid, his father, is it his father or grandfather? Okay, see, I was moving around and I was paying attention while I was watching the movie. But when he was a child, either his father or grandfather, you guys could correct me, I even forgot his name, he had some disability. His mom, most women are very careful. They don't want them to do this, to injure themselves and stuff like that. But the father pushes him to do things for himself, because look at it, he had passed actually either the year before the Olympic or before the show. They document the show. the dad had passed. He's no longer there and the kid is alive. If the father or the grandfather was babying him, doing everything for him, what will he be doing right now? Okay, now that the father is no longer living. This is why sometimes you show tough love. Sometimes you have to let your kids experience things, jump the barrier by themselves. You can't keep on doing things for them. So one of them said, I'm not sure if it's the same kid, said at one point he wanted to climb the tree that his brothers or friends were climbing, and he did it, but he couldn't get down. He stayed up there for like 45 minutes to an hour. I don't know if they help him or something like that, but yeah. So when kids have limitation, you really need to be tough with them. You need to, package the sorrow, what you are seeing, the disability, package it in your brain, put it in a box, leave it somewhere in the corner of your mind, and focus on him doing what he can do with at the present, what he can do to move around with his condition, because you will not be there all the time to do things for them. That's the thing. Like I always say, with people who's always asking me about how I get fit, and I said, you cannot be doing, well, right now I'm completely out of shape because I've been quarantined for a very long time. So when I do start working out again, I have to start with the basics again. You have everyone have their own limit, their own capability. So your starting point may be different from me. So you have to know where you are at the moment. If you want to reach a higher level, do the proper steps. Step 1, 2, 3, 4, until you could do all the expert level kind of thing. So once I start working out again, I'm going to start with the basics again. Usually your body don't forget some of the things. It's when you sit for decades, you don't do anything, then the joints and all of this, they lock in, and it's very hard to get them lubricated again. So anyway, I went a little bit off here, but let me continue reading the article here. But the main thing is to get to him, the connection of his situation with the situation that Peter is talking about with Prince William. Okay, if you watch the Paralympic in London 2012, you might remember the Meet the Superhumans advertising campaign that promoted it, award-winning ads which introduced the viewing public to the Paralympic sports stars. I think in one of the Olympics, could have been the one before, was it the China one? Yeah. When it happened, I believe in one of the commentators were saying about the Paralympics and stuff like that. And after the regular Olympics, the able people Olympics version have done, and I was looking for the Paralympics. They didn't really show it. They never showed it, and I was looking forward to watch it on TV. So the people have to promote it to get people into it. The same way you see basketball. The men's version is very popular because they promote it, but the women version, because most men don't like it and stuff like that, they think women are slower than men. Everyone have their own preferences. That's not saying to force it upon them to watch it, but if you don't promote it, young little girls will not know it exists. Pretty much, okay, I'm moving my legs around so you don't think it's funny noises. Okay, because I have to leave my kids in the other room and I have to stay in another room because they're doing their classes right now. So yeah, you have to promote things in order for people to know about it. It says, forget everything you thought you knew about strength. Forget everything you thought you knew about humans. It's time to do battle, meet the superhumans. When you think about it, people with disability, they are superhuman because some of them don't have their legs, or whatever they're missing, but yet they are able to do things that you can do with your 2 hands, 2 arms, and stuff like that. It was this kind of awe-inspiring energy that the makers of a new Netflix documentary about Paralympics Rising Phoenix hopes to channel. Co-director Ian Bonhart says, I hope I pronounce his name correctly. The first thing we discussed was why don't we tackle it as a superhero movie? We wanted to make things that really will surprise people. We thought this film need to be really kick-ass. It won't be about pity club. That's right. You can't feel pity for them. You know, I'm not saying feel pity where, oh, look at them. No, you want to give them the tools that they need to accomplish the task that they want. Okay, I can't believe I thought about that. I pretty much put in pretty good words. Yeah, give them the tools. If you feel sorry for them, they can do this, they can do that. Well, give them the tools that they need to accomplish their task, pretty much. Oh, it must have been really difficult starting from not having a leg or being disabled, etc., etc. Straight away, we were like, it makes something that really gets people to stand up. We will always have the emotion and the story of each of the athletes. I did feel that they did accomplish that, and the movement, but we wanted to elevate it and almost get an audience that will never normally come to it. I'm a sporty, so I always wanted to watch them anyway. And that is where we took the visual angle and the storytelling of the superhero and we completely weave it into the film. This wasn't something they planned to mention to the athletes featured in the film. His co-director, Pete Edegri, again, I'm sorry if I pronounce it wrong, says, it will just inform the style of the movie making. But then something happened to change that when they were talking in French sprinter, French sprinter Jean-Baptiste, so they're probably going to talk about it. See, I'm reading this as I'm recording it. Jean-Baptiste Alazer, who had his right legs amputated after, there it is. This is the part that got me, who had his right leg amputated after being attacked during an armed conflict in Burundi in 1994 when he was 3, His leg got cut off. Imagine someone come in your room and with a machete and cut your leg, This is the part that stuck with me with the Rising Phoenix, and that's why I came back here. Let me finish read the part of that story. I may not even finish read this article, and I'll put it in the description, but this is the part that got me, and I'll show you the connection with William part, Alright, so at the Greek recalls, we asked Jean-Baptiste what does it feel like to be a Paralympian and come to the Paralympics. And he said the line that opened the film, that it's a bit like being a Marvel Avenger. We are a team. We have all overcome some great things. Discrimination, being misfits. We have got something wrong with us that we have had to deal with. Make part of our lives, and then we come here and we work together in a sense to save humanity. Alright, so I'm gonna stop here, but you guys could continue reading it. But this is the part, I think I opened another tab to explain more about him. I didn't think the Newsweek, where is it? I didn't think the Newsweek will have it. Oh, not Newsweek, where is it? Yeah, this one. All of the articles I'm reading will be in the description, So I didn't think this will have it, so I just looked for some minor things and then wanted to know more about his background. Alright, so this is another article that probably go in more details of how he got to his situation. Jean-Baptiste Alazer, I run to survive. That is my destiny. French Paralympian Jean-Baptiste Alazer has flown into Paris from Miami, where he's been living, on a cheap flight that has taken about 22 hours and a couple of stops off. The film company, Alright, let me see. I don't want to read the whole thing. I just want to see where. Chat 19. Telling around Paris wheelchair impossible. It will take 26 years for Alazer to feel his good and dispute his conviction. Alazer. Maybe this part explain it. Alright, this is the part that probably gonna explain more about him. Alazer was 3 years old at the height of the Civil War and Burundi, East Africa. So that's where he's from. Okay, when a machete-wielding Hutu neighbors attacked his Tutsi family, decapitating his mother in front of him. Can you imagine that? Okay, don't even imagine it. I don't even want to imagine it myself. Okay? This is human doing harm. This is the part I want to put the connection with William's situation. Okay? Showing kids at a young age to hunt. Okay? When you have no feelings, no remorse, no empathy for living thing, this is what you do. Okay? This is what you do. This is the connection I wanted to make. Okay? So let me read this sentence, this paragraph again. I didn't even finish it. Alazer was 3 years old at the height of civil war in Burundi, East Africa, when a machete-wielding Hutu neighbors attacked his Tutsi family, decapitating his mother in front of him and leaving the small boy for dead, with devastating cuts to his neck, back, arm, and right leg, which was later amputated below the knee. Okay? People who do not have empathy for animals and other human beings, this is what they do. So I understand Peter for bring this up. And luckily I watched this damn thing last night. Okay, this is the connection. You will see I was mumbling on the video. There's something I wanted to say, I just couldn't find the right words. But when I saw the video last night, The Rising Phoenix, and I heard of his story, and I saw this morning, Prince William going hunting and Peter's being upset about it, this is the connection I was able to make. Okay, human beings doing negative things to other human beings. Even in the US, you see all the stuff you're seeing on TV. Okay, so these are the type of people who from childhood they never taught them to have empathy, to treat animals with dignity and respect, understand, feel the animal's feelings. How will they feel that they're losing something, or sometimes you see people who post animal videos on YouTube. You see how the animals behave or react toward their puppies and things like that. They have feelings too. So these are the things you need to teach your kids from at a young age. And you saw the thing that I put on Hugo's, the comment that I put on Hugo's channel, and I was promoting my channel too there. And I think I got 1 or 2 subscribers, and YouTube took them away this morning. But anyway, so it doesn't take that long to destroy a generation, a decade, 2 decades, the same way you could create negativity on a child's mind. Instead of doing that, put positivity in their mind. It doesn't take that long to ruin a society. All right, so that comment that I put on Hugo's channel and these 2 stories, they perfectly link, they match. So I knew what I was saying. I don't talk just for saying stuff. I meant what I said. Okay, so that's the connection I wanted to make. Okay, human behavior toward other human. So if you don't teach people, kids at a young age, to respect, treat animals with respect, understand their feelings and stuff like that, this is what they will do as an adult. Okay, all right. So this guy saw his mom decapitated in front of him. How does he survive still? You don't know. How does he keep his brain sane? I don't know. Because this will pretty much make a child crazy. All right? So that's the point I want to make, and I sort of back Peter up for that because William and his son, they are at a position where they could set good example. And this thing is not a good example. So, I mean, I know many of them don't like to say they're wrong, but it doesn't take too much to say you're wrong and learn from your mistake, Yeah, but again, I had to say this if you are hunting, this is, I truly believe, people who come after me for that. I don't agree hunting for sports or for fun, but I understand, and I will stand up for someone who hunt for food. Okay, you're hungry, you wanna hunt, you know, you have to eat. Okay, unless if you wanna die and then let the animal live. So it's one or the other. It's the chain of life. Okay, if you're hungry, you want to hunt for food, you hunt for the amount that you know you will need. Don't hunt to the excessive where the food is spoiled and you waste a life. Okay, so if you're hungry, you go hunting, that's a different story. But hunting for fun and things like that, and you have no remorse for the nature or the feeling of the animal, what this French athlete went through or experienced as a child, this is what we will have in a society. So that's what I want to say. So thanks for watching. Let me know what you think. Some of you have commented on my channel. You know I respond. So I like to have conversation, especially on this one. I want to hear what you think of what I've said. And if you have any additional to add to it, please do. Thanks for watching.